You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is a Man Talk Monday. Thank you so much for joining your boy. Hope you had a great weekend. Studio audience on point. We actually got some kids in here today as well. You kids better watch your ass. I mean, this is adult business going on here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excited to be back. Had a great weekend. Hope you did too. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. But the easy way to be totally interactive is through the chat on Spreaker.com. And the way to do that is just go to the show page on Spreaker.com, hit the little follow button. And when you hit the little follow button, then, bam, you're locked into the show. And anytime we do anything on the show, if we do a live show, you'll get alerted. So that's a very good thing. And then there's also a little chat bubble. You click on the little chat bubble, and bam, you're introduced to a whole new world of chatting. sports talk chatting. I call it the fantasy island of sports talk. And I call its inhabitants the Stewies. Yes, sir. So if you post your takes right there, then I read your takes all day long on the show. And we have a good time, man. What did I do this weekend? Oh, actually, I went out of town this weekend. I went back to the motherland, South Carolina State University. We had our national alumni convention this weekend in Orangeburg. They actually had it on campus. And, you know, the university's been going through a couple of issues over the last couple of years. Been facing some trying times. But we are South Carolina State. We'll defend and honor. And so very upbeat, man, very positive. The future and the outlook of the university. Was back on the yard more so this weekend than I think I have at any other time over the last 20-something years. I go to homecoming every year, but this year they had the convention on campus, so it was real, real cool. Got to see a lot of people, man, and once again, very positive outlook going forward for the university. Did that, came back yesterday, and didn't do anything yesterday. I mean, did absolutely nothing, just chilled out. Obviously, a long weekend. Whenever I go back around my peoples, I always consume too much alcohol. I know. Shut up, kids. Don't be like me. Be better than me. And so actually, what was it, Friday night? Friday night, I got real slutty drunk. Shut up! Just don't you do it! Yes. And so I got real slutty. That's slutty's a term they use in Augusta, Georgia for very drunk. Got slutty drunk. Friday night. I wasn't driving anything like that, but I saw my peoples. I saw a bunch of the bros, and that's what we do, man. I'm old, and, you know, somebody offers me a free drink. I'm not going to pass it up. Hey, let me buy you a drink. What am I to say? No, I don't want your drink. No, it doesn't work like that in America. So I'm kind of making excuses for myself. But Friday night was real tough, man. I struggled through Saturday going through seminars and workshops and everything like that, and hearing different speakers, and they didn't know, man, that the night before, man, I had consumed alcohol like a fish. Yes. Oh, but it's okay. Hey, let me give you a quick PSA before I forget today, and I said I would do this a couple times over the next couple of days, but Thursday and Friday, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, we will not have a live show. Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be out of town. My daughter's got the national, the track and field nationals in Florida, the Junior Olympics, I think they call them. And so we're going down there for that, man. She's going for the gold. Yes, sir. My baby girl's going for the gold. She's only in one event. She's in the 4x100. Her team, 11 and 12-year-olds, 4x100. They've got like the 5th fastest time in the country. It's her first time running. She balling out of control, man. That girl, she got it from her daddy. She's doing very good, man. 100% better than she was at the start of the season in track. And if you're listening to this show and you got kids that run track, why didn't y'all just tell me, man? Why didn't y'all tell me that track and field was this type of grind? You know, this girl been in effect training and running for 10 months. 10 months. She started in October of last year, off-season conditioning. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Off-season conditioning and indoor track, you know, in preparation for indoor season at the start of the year. And they haven't stopped. This is July, man. 10 months. And I guess that's what you got to do, because if she's not doing it, somebody else is. And, man, so we might have to reevaluate some things. We're not going to let her quit. Very talented. Once again, she's very talented. She knows what she's doing. Looks good out there. If I didn't see any talent at all, I would have been pulled her ass. But she's got some talent, man. Obviously comes from an athletic background. Her peoples. And so man, I just didn't know that it was this much of a grind. But yeah, this weekend culminates it. She is so happy. She gets 2 months to just chill and do nothing. Now she's going into to cheerleading season. She's on the cheerleading team as well. That's kind of like her first love. And But this track, man, is just incredible. All right, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. If you're new to the show, man, on Mondays we do Ballas and Bustas. Some people call them Gameballs and Goats. As related to anything in sports and entertainment from the past weekend. So Ballas and Bustas on this Man Talk Monday. Also, we'll talk a little bit about Big Pappi, baseball. Some news and notes from the world of baseball. The Kansas City Royals make a big move. Big Pappi balling. Baseball Hall of Fame from last night. We'll get into that in the next segment. Lesean McCoy kind of speaks on the whole controversy, I guess you could call it, last week concerning this party he was having. And all he did was invited the ladies, which I think is absolutely genius. They don't need no more hard legs around here. And we'll talk some NFL. Oh, yeah. And what we're going to do now going forward till the start of the season in the NFL, and as a matter of fact, let me do my little countdown. 40 days from the start of the NFL season. Praise God! Yes, sir! Yes! We're doing a little countdown, man. 40 days until kickoff of the NFL. So starting today, man, we'll talk about, and we may not do it every single day because, we got more days than teams that we have. But today we'll talk a little bit about the Atlanta Falcons. Why not get it started off with the hometown team, the Dirty Birds? We'll talk about the Atlanta Falcons, and we'll briefly, for half of a second, and I literally mean half of a second, the way I'm going to do it with college is I'm going to start from on the particular poll that I'm looking at. I'm going to start with the 25th preseason ranked team and go all the way down to 1. So the 25th ranked team on the list that I'm looking at, once again, is the Boise State Broncos. So we'll talk about them for maybe 2 seconds. We'll talk about them for about that long, all right? All right, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big news for the Doug Stewart Show, and for me in particular, in my singing career. I'll tell you about it when we get back from the break. We'll also sing for you a little bit later. Kind of, sort of. I'll tell you about that when we get back as well. All right, when we get back, we'll talk some Baseball Hall of Fame. 4 guys go in last night. We'll talk about some singing once again and just do what we do. Sports talk, guy talk with hot sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Yes, sir. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. So give them a call at 844-828-4975. Once again, that's 844-828-4975. And make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. So we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, but we are on Fiverr. Fiverr.com, and what Fiverr is kind of like a community where, I guess, independent contractors, they sell their services starting at $5. And so, if you go to Fiverr.com and, find the Doug Stewart Show, you'll see that we do advertising on the show starting at $5 for a 60-second advertisement, as well as voiceovers. And now we've even added a social media gig, and that's what they call the particular jobs, onto our Fiverr account as well. So we'll promote you on my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, starting at $5, man. So you cannot beat it. So check me out on Fiverr.com, The Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. When I went to the break, I was telling you about how I probably wasn't going to sing for you today. Let me give you a little background on that story. So I'm on the way back yesterday coming from South Carolina, and I'm trying to think about songs that I want to provide for you on the show. And Usher came on, man, Climax. And so I started working on that. But, man, that song, the tempo, the arrangement is kind of tough, man. Usher is a bad boy. He's a bad boy. So I'm probably going to do that Climax song for you, but I'm not prepared to do it today and give it to you fully until the expectations you have for me on the Doug Stewart Show. So I'm not going to sing today. But what I will do, and Tree's here today. The Tree of Life is back. Tree, good morning.
Good morning.
So, but what I will do, in honor of Tree being back, she was gone all last week on vacation, the producer to the Doug Stewart Show. I sung Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life last week, and, I mean, the internet was abuzz. And so since you missed that, Tree, I'm just going to replay it today. We're going to replay it today for people that requested to hear it again, and specifically for you to hear. You're welcome, Tree. You're welcome. I saw you actually on Periscope yesterday singing in church, and you sounded good, Tree. You sounded great.
Thank you. I was really feeling it.
Now, if you really want to make this money, Tree, and I'm just saying, if you really want to make this money, I mean, me and you could do a duet, kind of like Ashford and Simpson, Donnie and Marie, Peaches and Herb. I mean, and we could really get this money. I mean, because clearly you can sing, and I mean, the world now realizes that I can sing. So maybe we can do something like that. Let's talk about it, okay?
Sure, Douglas. Whatever you say.
All right. Thank you, Tree. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can email me as well at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. But what we'll do a little bit later today is replay the Michael Jackson Lady in My Life song for you today in honor of the great Michael Jackson. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Baller Awards are in order for 4 new entries into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The great Pedro Martinez, the big unit Randy Johnson, John Smoltz, as well as Craig Biggio, man. Pedro Martinez, what do you say, man? One of the best, most dominant pitchers of all times. Played for 5 teams, the Dodgers. I remember him a lot for many years with the Montreal Expos before he came to the Red Sox. You know, he helped the Red Sox win their first World Series in 86 years. Pedro Martinez goes into the Hall of Fame. The big unit, Randy Johnson, another guy that played on the Expos, and he played for the Mariners as well. You remember, you realize that at one time on the Seattle Mariners, they had Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey Jr., and Alex Rodriguez. And somehow or another, they let them all get away, man. It's got to be tough to be a baseball fan out in Seattle. 5-time Cy Young winner, 303 and 166 losses record for Randy Johnson, 3.929 ERA for his career, 4 Cy Young Awards once again. So congratulations to Pedro and Randy Johnson, as well as our own John Smoltz right here in ATL. Big Ball Award to John Smoltz. Played for the Braves, played a little bit for the Red Sox and the Cardinals at the end of his career. 1996 NL Cy Young winner, 213, 155 with 154 saves. I think the only guy in baseball history to win 200 games and save 100 games as well. Save 150 games as well. 15-4 in the postseason was just lights out in the postseason. The winner of 14 or more games 10 times. Twice led the NL in wins in 96 and 2006. So shouts out to the great John Smoltz. Congratulations, Ball Award. And also Craig Biggio. Played his entire 20 years with the Houston Astros from 1988 to the 2007-2008 season. 3,060 hits. Back in the day, if you got over 3,000 hits, you were almost guaranteed to get into the Hall of Fame, and in particular, Biggio does, because nobody believes that he was on performance-enhancing drugs or he was never caught using performance-enhancing drugs. So he's in the Hall of Fame with his 3,000-plus hits, all with the same team, 7-time All-Star, 668 doubles, 291 home runs, 1,175 RBIs, scored 146 runs, hit 309, and was 4th in the NL MVP voting in 1997. League leading 51 doubles in 1998, followed by 56 in 1999. Stole 50 bases in 1998. Craig Biggio is one of those guys that could do it all, one of those 5-2 type players for the Houston Astros for 20 years. And so he gets it as well. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of them cats. Ball Awards to them as they get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. A couple other things went down in the world of baseball as well, which we'll talk about those coming up in the next segment. In particular, David Ortiz is in the news a little bit as well. And the Kansas City Royals make a big, big move. So we'll talk about all of those today on the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Tree mentioned this Tree, jump on for a second here. You mentioned this in Periscope, or did we talk about this at the start of the show? I'm confused.
Colin?
Yeah, with Colin Cowherd?
Yeah, I asked about it.
That was Periscope?
Yes.
Okay. I get confused sometimes. So, yeah, you heard the news. Colin Cowherd did a show on ESPN, I think for right at 10 years, was fired. He made an offhand comment, in effect, disrespecting the Dominican Republic, and they got his ass up out of there. And so, Tree, your question was, in comparison to something else that happened and they didn't fire that person? What exactly were you referring to?
I just didn't understand why they would allow that Erin. Was that her name? I don't remember the girl's name that went off on the lady who towed her car.
Oh, Britt McHenry. Yeah.
Like, why? What is? I mean, unless it's just some kind of scam, they're just trying to make us.
Well, let me
suck
say
us all in.
Right, and let me say this: I usually don't, as a policy, I don't really give too much conversation to other radio guys, especially dudes that are on right about the same time as me. But the reason I think the difference between, and if you don't remember, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the Britt McHenry thing where she went off at the lady at the impound company that towed her car or whatever, which was horrible. I'm shocked that they kept her. You're exactly right. I'm shocked that they actually did, because that video did get out and things that she said. But that was kind of outside of the scope of their audience on ESPN. Technically, kind of, sort of. I personally, whenever I see the Britt McHenry chick, I turn the channel. I mean, to hear the things that she said to that lady, the elitist attitude, I mean, it just totally turned me off. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm shocked that ESPN kept her. Colin said, and I've heard the audio of it, what he said, I mean, you insulted an entire specific people. So that was bad. And then here's the other part of that. Here's the backstory to that. He was about to leave anyway, Tree. I think this was his last week. He had told him that he was leaving. His contract was up, and word on the street is he's going to be working for Fox in the same type of capacity. So you know how it is. I don't know if
that makes it not.
I don't know.
That makes it a lame story for me now. Like, I thought he got some cojones and just.
Right.
I mean, I'm not supporting. I'm not really sure what he said because I was kind of out of the loop still.
You're talking about free speech. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I was like, oh, all right. And maybe I could have a sit down with him.
Right.
Kind of like you think about your singing. I was probably going a little bit way off, but I get all excited and stuff. So
what?
But now I'm like, oh, that's lame. Bye.
Yeah. So yeah, you know how it is. I don't know if you've ever been fired before. I've been fired one time in my life, and it was very public. It was all in the newspaper. But you know how it is when you're about to leave, when everybody knows you're about to leave. Management is trying to find a way to just get your ass out of there earlier because they feel like you in there bad-mouthing them and you poisoning your coworkers against the management and against the company, throwing shade. And you stealing pencils and files and everything out of your office, out of the stock room. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of a good conversation. Like, first of all, I don't think I've been fired. I've been downsized once, but
that's the same thing, man.
Well, no, they didn't have any money to pay me.
Okay.
Isn't that different?
Well, let me ask you this. Were you getting a check on one day and then the next day you weren't?
I got a severance for like a month. Actually, that happened to me twice here in Georgia since I've been here like 20 years. But yeah, it happened twice. So I guess I've been fired, but I'm not going to. I mean, really, people don't really go out like that, do they? Y'all don't go out like that. I know. In the chat.
No. And I'll, when we get back from the break, I mean, it's not a long story, and I may have told it before. When me and my brother were showing the door at the last company we had, you talk about dramaful. And the thing about it, matter of fact, I'll save the story when we get back from the break. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I really think, let me just give you this little tease. I really think that they thought that we were really going to start acting black up in there. Based on the security on hand. Yeah, I'll tell you more about it when we get back. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! I don't like Johnny Gill. He took my spot on New Edition. One of my favorite songs of all time from New Edition is Can You Stand the Rain? So to pay ode to that famous song, man, I'm going to give you my little rendition of Can You Stand the Rain? On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. Ooh. When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm? Then Ralph jumps in. 'Cause I need somebody who will stand. Shut up! Who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Hey, sunny days. Everybody has them. Tell me, hey, can you stand the rain? J-Rob, Tree, if you stop Doug singing, we will renege your BPA nomination. Huh? Buster, Doug, I see why you got kicked out of New Edition. Wait a minute. Back up, Jack. Shut up. Studio audience, y'all are out of control today. I mean, seriously, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have to take y'all into Larry's office after this show. That ninja, you just cracked my damn phone screen. What? Where's all of this coming from? Who's putting y'all up to say these things? Who's putting y'all... Okay, Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Did you prompt these people to say these nasty things to me on Spreaker.com?
You know what?
I mean, it's jealousy. Tree, we know that you sing. But you don't have to be the only person that can sing. Okay? I can see it. What do the kids call it? Hating? Is that what's going on here, Tree? Are you hating on Doug Stewart? Dirty Della.
Oh, my God.
Dirty Della. Oh. Dirty Della. Oh. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. The realest, trillest, most entertaining, unfiltered guy talk show in America. Yes, it is. Man Talk Monday, Ballas and Bustas. And make sure you follow your boy on Periscope. I did a Periscope before the show started today, man. Have a little fun doing that, kind of like a pre-show type of thing. So follow me on Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Facebook, we actually have a Doug Stewart Show Facebook page. So follow me on all of those under the Doug Stewart Show. All right? And stay abreast of what your boy got going on, man, what I'm doing in them streets. in the beginning stages of planning a huge event coming up very soon, man. I'll tell you more about that down the road, so stay tuned. Today on the show, we're talking, about what's going on in the world of sports and beyond. Also, we're going to touch upon the Atlanta Falcons. They're the first team in my preseason team reports, which we'll do every single team in the NFL. And we'll touch upon like the top 25 teams in college football. So we'll also talk a little bit today about Boise State. And I mean just a very little bit. Before we went to the break, and we're going to get to some birthdays here in a second. Before we went to the break, to the last break, we got into the conversation about getting fired. Colin Cowherd got fired from the Puppet Factory. And I was about to tell you the story about how me and Ryan got let go from our last job. Let's put it like that. And the whole thing, it didn't come from anywhere, like from nowhere, where we didn't know what was going to happen at some point, because clearly the writing was on the wall. And if you listen to the Stews back in the day, you know the whole progression of the station was bought, and then they came in one day and says, let's not call the show the Two Live Stews anymore. Let's call the show, I can't remember what it was. And then they brought in just like a random dude off the street to be like the go-between between me and Ryan. And then so financially, it was all in the newspaper about the station was suffering financially. And to make a long story short, me and my brother were making very, very good money. So we knew that it was going to be a cost-cutting type situation as well. But the whole thing was, you remember it. So this particular day we come in, we knew it was going to happen, but we didn't know it was going to happen this day. This particular day we come in, I think maybe it was a Thursday or something like that, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So we're in there doing our pre-show research, and very tension-filled atmosphere for a couple of weeks, obviously, from everything that was going on. And so we're just sitting in our office or whatever, and all of a sudden, one of the assistants comes, knocks on our door. Hey, Stews, John wants to see you in his office for a second. Oh, okay, what is that? And so even when the dude said that, I didn't think nothing about it. I'm thinking they're going to talk about a new promotional strategy. Now, we were 3 months, all right? Remember this. We were 3 months away from the end of our deal. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From the end of our contract in which, they just didn't have to re-sign us, and that would have been it. We'd have went on about our merry way. So we get up, we start walking. I'm like, what is this? So I'm thinking nothing really big at all. We walk in there, we open the door, and there's like 5 company officials there. They're like, whoa. At that point, it was like, whoa. It was like 5 officials there, like president, vice president, so-and-so and so-and-so. And then it was like 2 security guards. I'm like, oh, hell, they about to chop our necks off. And sure enough, they sat us down, and somebody, I'm not going to mention any names once again, says, you know what, guys, we appreciate your service, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But your services no longer be wanted. And when they said that, the whole room got quiet. Me and my brother looked at each other, and it was like a 2 or 3 second pause. It was like a 2 or 3 second pause. And we got up. And when we stood up, I think they kind of like flinched. They like, And I don't know why. It's because they know our personality, and they look at my brother. He's big, black, bald-headed. They look at me. I'm average size, black and bald-headed, and we're very aggressive. We played football. We used to lift a lot of weights, and they thought it was going to be a problem. And I think they thought we were going to start tipping stuff over. And everybody kind of cringed, and we got up, and we said, thank you very much, man, for the great years here. We had been there over 11 years. And we went over and we extended our hand and shook the hands of everybody in there. And when I extended my hands a couple times, I just remember going, And we said, thank you very much. And we walked right out of there, man. Simple. I mean, very professional. That was it. We had a great run. Thank you, studio audience, for understanding. And we walked out. They had a box there. It's like, well, yeah, and another thing, don't worry about packing your stuff. We'll pack it for you. We literally, 1 minute was preparing for a show. 4 minutes later, we were on the elevator headed out the building for the very last time. In 4 or 5 minutes. No lie. Very, very strange, very, very eerie, but that is the rest of the story is a great Paul Harvey used to say. Yes, Tree?
I mean, maybe they heard about how y'all revert back to your 10 and 12-year-old selves. And
the Paul
got your moves.
The Paul Pierce story where I talked about it.
So I mean, maybe that was what it was.
Yeah.
They became, frightened.
Yeah.
Lord knows if you had started singing, what the hell? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you're right, Tree. Maybe I should have just started to sing, and that would have probably, calmed everybody down with my melodic tunes that I belt. You're right. Maybe I should have sung. But at that time, I wasn't really even singing to the degree that I am right now. So, yeah, maybe that's whenever I'm about to get fired again, I'm just going to start singing and see how they deal with that. So, yeah. So I've been fired before, and that's actually the first time. I had one of those before we got into radio, I had one of those things which Tree talked about was downsized before, which that was even worse than this. This particular job here, when we got canned, showed the door at our last job, the radio job, we got paid for another 4 months. I mean, it was pie. It was incredible to end out our contract. But I took a job, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'll never forget this. This was 1997, and I believe this was the same year, which was the worst year of my life. In 1997, I left the job that I had, a very good job, to take another job, which I thought was better. And the second week there, they roll up and say the company's been bought. It was for a mortgage company. And they said that the company had been bought by this big bank or whatever, and last one hired, first one fired. No. This right here. Yes, kids. So I'm there 2 weeks, and I left a good job to take this job. And within 2 weeks, we're downsizing. We have to let some people go. They're cutting costs or whatever. So this was the beginning of 1997. So within a 2-month span, and I'm talking like from November to like February, Monica was pregnant. I believe that's when Kayla was about to be born. So I had a kid on the way. My father passed away that January. I just got fired as well. Something else had happened, too, within, that was very traumatic. And that's also, I believe, the first time Ryan was cut from the Detroit Lions, I believe. And he actually went back after the fact, but he had just been drafted in 95. So 2 years later, he had been cut. He had some injuries, and I think that's when Bobby Ross had come in. When Wayne Fonts left and Bobby Ross came in, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, Wayne Fonts came in, or Bobby Ross came in, former Georgia Tech coach, which was crazy as well because Bobby Ross recruited Ryan to Georgia Tech, and he cut him. Yes, which was crazy. And so all of that stuff happened in 4 months. I'll never forget that, man. That was real tough. Yes, Tree?
So, but how long? Okay, so you need to play some church music. Because this is how you're going to show how, if you had been, everything works out for the good.
Yeah.
How long after that did you guys decide to do your own thing?
Nah, it was, so that was 97. The first year of radio was in 2001. So it was 4 years later, but let's see, all of that stuff happened at the beginning, in December, beginning of January, 97. So, in a couple months, I had a job within 2 months, I think, 2 or 3 months.
You had to get pruned and ready.
Yeah.
That's how the good seed can grow. You got to take off that other stuff.
Exactly. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, man. But, yeah, I'll never forget that, man. The toughest 4-month stretch of my life. Really tough. Obviously, nothing else in comparison to my pops dying, man. But just real tough. Yeah. Let's see. 97. Yeah, Kayla's 18 now. That's right. So in 97, Monica Belly was big with a baby. Obviously, I need to feed her and clothe her and put a roof over her head. Lost my job, left a good-ass job to take another job. My little brother got cut from his job. It was real tough, man. Real tough. Damn it, I didn't even get to no birthdays. We reminiscing here.
Maybe you should sing Never Would Have Made It.
Oh, yeah. Never would have made it. Oh, I can do that. Give me some time to perfect it, though, Tree. Yes, sir. Trying times. All right, we get back from the break, man. We're going to talk about David Ortiz and the Kansas City Royals, as well as briefly get into some birthdays. And we'll read some of your chat as well, man. Thank you so much for the chat on the Doug Stewart Show. Sometimes we get off on these little diatribes and side topics. A lot of times the side topics are just as interesting or better than the sports stuff. So stay tuned. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Okay, I'm looking at some of this chat here, and I see it was a traumatizing time for a lot of y'all too when they changed the 2 Live Stews to the Red Zone. That was the name of the show, the Red Zone. Ooh. And once again, they just brought a dude in off the street. I can't remember that guy's name now. Not that I would want to remember it. Oh, boy. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show, man. This is a Man Talk Monday. We need your ballers and your busters talking about everything from this past weekend. And whatever you want to get into in the world of sports and beyond. So birthdays today, man. Happy birthday to Jordan Spieth. He turns 22 years old today. The new hotness in golf. Happy birthday to Jordan Spieth. Really was in position to win the British Open last week. Fell a little bit short, but he's won 2 of the first 3 majors of the year. Let's see what he can do in the PGA Championship. Jordan Hill, 28 years old, now plays for the Indiana Pacers, played for the Lakers for a couple of years. Played at Arizona. And now he plays for the Indiana Pacers. I mean, okay, solid player. In relative terms, solid player. Maya Rudolph is also 43 years old today. I absolutely love her. She is funny as hell. I love when she does, and I don't know if she does it a lot or whether this was a one-time thing. She did the Beyonce character. Have you seen this before, Tree?
Yeah, that's impressive. I I mean, I didn't think you knew who she was.
Oh, yeah. She was on, wasn't she on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
And she was also in the movie Bridesmaids. I saw Bridesmaids. My wife, dragged me to see that. It was a pretty good movie. I laughed. I was shocked. I laughed at Bridesmaids. That was a good movie.
Well, I'm just fascinated about her mom, like who her mother is. That just always fascinated me.
Yeah, her mother is Minnie Riperton. Great singer from back in the day. What's her like classic song people would know her from? Do you know?
Oh my God, Loving You.
Oh yeah.
Back Down Memory Lane.
Loving You.
Doug.
Is
Stop.
easy 'cause you're beautiful.
Do.
That's her mama? All right. The great Minnie Riperton.
Yeah, you better stop.
But yeah, if just Google or YouTube Maya Rudolph doing Beyonce, and she really doesn't go all off and, do a Beyonce performance or anything like that, but Beyonce's mannerisms whenever she talks, Beyonce got that hood, Houston little, tinge to her as well. And trust me, when you see it, you understand what I'm talking about. So Maya Rudolph turns 43 years old today. Happy birthday to all of them. Let me mention this. I guess this is as good a place as any to mention it, but Bobby Christina, man, gone home to glory, man. She dies this past weekend. Had been in a coma for 6 months. And she passed away on yesterday, man, surrounded by her family. She is finally at peace in the arms of God. We want to, again, thank everyone for their tremendous amount of love and support during these last few months. She was found 3 years after her mother's untimely death in a similar circumstance, face down in a bathtub here in Atlanta. And she went home to glory, man. Just tragic. I mean, crazy. 22 years old. Gone home to glory, man. Her and Whitney are together right now. I saw that or heard that. I think when I first heard about it, I was coming back from South Carolina yesterday morning and kind of came across on my phone as an alert. Just real tragic. So condolences and prayers to the family, to the Brown family. And also one other news and note, the great Joe Jackson, patriarch of the Jackson family entertainment singing dynasty, had a stroke on yesterday. Did y'all know he was 87 years old? Did you know he was that old, Tree? Huh?
No.
The man is always around rocking a fedora and a tight suit and a little gold chain with a Cash Money symbol on it. He's always chilling. That man is 87 years old. I had no clue that he was that old. And so he has a stroke, and so they're saying that he's okay as of right now. But when you're that old, you got to be really careful with your health. So he had a stroke on yesterday. Y'all pray for Joe Jackson, the great Joe Jackson. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. He was actually in Brazil celebrating his 87th birthday, and where he suffers a stroke. So y'all pray for Joe. Pray for Joe. We need to do a T-shirt. Pray for Joe. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Baller Award goes to the great David Ortiz. He has 2 home runs and a career-high 7 RBIs as the Boston Red Sox rout the Detroit Tigers on yesterday. That's actually statistically his best game of his career with the 7 RBIs, man. And, Big Papi's had a tremendous career, fringe Hall of Fame type career for Big Pappi. I just like saying Big Pappi. So Ball Award goes out to the great Big Pappi, Big Pappi Poppin. And the Kansas City Royals are going for it. They make a deal to bring in Johnny Cueto, the ace from the Cincinnati Reds, and add him to their roster. Right now, the Kansas City Royals have the best record in the Central League, the Central Division in the American League, with 59 wins, 38 losses. They have the second best record in baseball. Last year they went to the World Series but fell a little bit short. to the Cardinals, or who was it? To the Cardinals or to the San Francisco Giants? I believe it was the Cardinals, who have the best record this year in Major League Baseball. So maybe another crash course for the World Series, but they bring in Johnny Cueto. They're trying to go for it. And Kansas City has been so bad for so long outside of the last couple of years, man. I guess they figure they just got to do what they got to do, and they're bringing in Johnny Cueto, one of the top pitchers in the game once again. They are just shoring up their roster for a postseason run. The number to the show is 404-382-0338, so they get a ball award. That's the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me get into some of your chat here, man. It's great to have Tree back so she can get to a lot of the great chat, and so we can read a lot more of it. I thank you so much for all of the chat, man. I really, really do appreciate it. That's what makes the show totally interactive. Yes, sir. You know, this chat. Sluggo, BPA to the clowns, defending Hulk Hogan, laugh out loud. Can't make this ish up. Yeah, I got into a little discussion yesterday in Facebook. To put it lightly, a discussion about Hulk Hogan. And if you haven't heard, Hulk Hogan has been fired from the WWE because of some comments that were recorded. He was actually making or having sex with this chick, and it was being recorded outside of his knowledge. But in this whole thing, he makes this comment to the chick that he's with about how he, is racist and doesn't like black people, and his daughter is having sex with a black dude, and he wishes. And he's using the N-word all throughout this. And he wishes that she would, if she's going to date a black dude, he wishes that it would be an 8-foot-tall black dude that is worth $100 million playing basketball. Huh? And so people are defending him, saying it was a private moment and he's not really a racist. What do you mean he's not really a racist? I mean, it's questionable whether anybody is a racist, but once you have it on audio, there's no denying it. Yes, he's a racist, and a lot of people, WWE and wrestling fans, were quasi-saying that they still love Hulk Hogan or whatever. You may have great memories from Hulk Hogan, but you got to feel some type of way about him now. You can't ignore that. And this dude yesterday on Facebook, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I can't remember his name, and if I did, I wouldn't even say it anyway. But this dude on Facebook, a white guy, was saying, I don't care. It shouldn't. Or black people get mad when white people use the N-word, but they use it all the time. Get over it. It's not that serious. Okay. I guess I kind of agree with you. It's not that serious. Go ahead and use it then. I responded back to the dude, go ahead and just, the next couple of brothers you walk up on in the street, just go ahead and hurl the N-word at them. That's fine. This is America. You can do what you want. You can do what you want. Go ahead. The next 5 or 6. Matter of fact, I don't even think it would take 5 or 6. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I think like the first, no more than the second dude that you address with that N-word term, I think that after those two guys, you'd probably have a different attitude about just going and having the ability to freely use the N-word. It doesn't work like that, bruh. It don't work like that. So, yeah, I guess you have to feel some type of way about Hulk Hogan today, because that was in a personal setting. It's bad that he got caught, I guess, and his privacy was invaded. But the cat's out of the bag. The horses ran out of the damn barn. That ship has sailed. Okay? That was your true, real, unadulterated personal feelings about black people. Yeah, I don't understand how you could try to defend that. I don't understand. All right, when we get back from the break, man, all I'm going to do is read chat. That's all I'm going to do when we get back. All I'm going to do is read chat. I might play, I told you today I'd play one of my classic renditions of a classic song. Maybe I'll do that when we come back as well. Just stay tuned, man. I know you're excited about that. All right, don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice and frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is penis taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled penis and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Hour number 2, baby. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Ballas and Bustas. In a minute, we're going to talk a little bit about the Atlanta Falcons, man, and the Boise State Broncos. I mean, just very shortly about the Broncos. They come in at number 25 on the preseason rankings in college football, so we'll get into a little Falcon talk, man. Falcons got to do something this year, man. They got to turn this crap around. I mean, the last couple of years have just been stinky. Stinky. Hey, man, grab a pencil. Especially my Metro Atlanta people, grab a pencil and a piece of paper. I want you to write down this phone number and this website for your boy, okay? Make sure you do this. Do you need your carpet cleaned? Do you live in Metro Atlanta once again? Call Simmons Carpet Cleaning and Flooring Services. They clean carpets and upholstery. Polish, I knew I was going to say that. Polish and shine, hardwood floors, tile, and grout floors. All right, they've got a special going on right now. 5 rooms for $119. And $20 per room thereafter. Hardwood floors, 25 cents a square foot to polish and shine. All right, so great guy. I actually know the owner, a real good friend of mine. SimmonsCarpetCleaning.com. That's SimonsCarpetCleaning.com. He's actually done my house a couple of times. Very good work. I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. And you can also give him a call at 678-964-5921. Once again, that's 678-964-5921. You can also check him out on Facebook.com, Simmons Carpet Cleaning. Simmons Carpet Cleaning and Flooring Services give you professional cleaning with a professional touch. All right? And make sure and tell them that I sent you. We really need you to patronize these sponsors and these advertisers on the show, man. We really need you to do that. All right? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This is a Man Talk Monday from Ronald Cameron. He says, guys, wrestling has always trafficked in racial stereotypes. Remember when Roddy Piper went blackface and when he said he beat Mr. T like a slave? Yeah, man, and maybe I'll go and repost the post that I had on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, that kind of started a lot of this controversy, these controversial opinions and people trying to defend Hulk Hogan. Maybe I'll put it on the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page so you see a look at that. And a lot of times you don't realize these things because you're young and you're a kid, and all you care about is seeing somebody fly off the top rope. That's all you care about. But this story, and it was a Grantland story from Bill Simmons' little thing that he used to do, who's been subsequently fired as well from the Puppet Factory. And it went back and chronicled all the glaring instances of racism in wrestling back in the day. And I remember every single one of them. But it's crazy because at the time, once again, because I was a kid and I was just happy to see dudes put other dudes in figure four leg locks, never really noticed. Never really noticed. But when it's put right there, encapsulated for you to look at it in one sitting, it's very, very bad, man. Going from Vince McMahon to the great Kamala to Mr. Fuji and all of the stereotypical things that they used to do, man. And you can't get away with that today. It's just a different day and time. But, yeah, every single one of these things chronicled in this story, this Grantland story, I was like, yeah, I remember when that happened. I remember when all of this stuff happened, man. And so what I'll do is if you aren't a friend of mine on Facebook, I'll post it after the show today, or maybe even during the show. I'll post it in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page on Facebook. From Grego, they only got rid of Colin because he was leaving anyway. Yeah, I talked about that. He was set to leave this week, and so they don't want you just hanging around when it's already, known that you're going to be leaving. They feel that you're going to, start stealing, pencils and whatnot. From Uncle Mike, protect your brand tree. Don't do what? I don't know what he's talking about. The Brother Be Loved duet. Go ahead, Tree. You should do it. That would be a great thing for your career. Yeah. See, the Brother Beloved got it right. But you know what? I'm not going to beg you, Tree. I'm not going to beg you. If you don't see the positive things that could come out of me and you doing a duet, that's fine. Keep thumbing your nose up at me. I didn't even mention this earlier. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I told people on Periscope this, that I've actually been booked for my first gig this weekend, singing. Yes. Now, it's in Bug Tussle, Tennessee, and it's at a place called the Possum Trap. But that's fine. That's neither here nor there. I am performing live this weekend. I've been asked to sing this weekend, to perform live in concert, a quote-unquote mini concert for the fine people of Bug Tussle, Tennessee. I'll give you more details about it after I perform, and it's actually Sunday night. I'm going out of town, but I'll be back Saturday night, and I'm performing Sunday afternoon. So I'll tell you more about that, next week. I'm excited. This is actually my first paying gig. Tree, aren't you excited?
What time is this?
Oh, it's Sunday afternoon.
In Alabama?
No, Tennessee, Tree. Bug Tussle, Tennessee.
But how far away is that?
It's a 3-hour drive. Straight up, up 75, past Chattanooga, past a couple of more towns.
If my kids didn't have school the next day.
You would take them? You would come out and support me? Thank you, Tree. Thank you. Now, that's the Tree that I know and love. Thank you. So, yeah, I'll give you more details about it, man, but I'm very excited, you know. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You know, this week is the Possum Trap. Next month, it'll be Carnegie Hall. Then after that, it'll be Broadway. And I'm very excited about the ascension of my career. I'm very excited about it.
Can you get some local gigs, please?
Oh, I'm working on that. I'm sure that's coming up.
Because will you make sure that you take maybe Walter or somebody with you to Periscope this?
No, we're not going to do all of that. They already told me no cameras are allowed.
School is not. People think I'm making that up. School starts Monday here in Georgia.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
The 49th state. I mean, the 49th on the, what am I trying to say? 49th in the nation, but we got to start school early.
49th
that's going to make a difference.
49th in what?
Education.
Oh.
I never understand why we have to start school in August.
Well, if we 49th, we probably need to start even earlier.
No, maybe we should.
Is that accurate? 49th? Georgia ranks 49th in education?
It might be 47. It might have moved up a little bit. It's low.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Run CNC says, anybody watch the Baller Show? I ain't feeling it. They might as well brought back Playmakers. And that was the name of the show. I couldn't remember. I had said the Baller Show has been done several times. Playmakers was the other show. I couldn't remember. The Game, which has been on BET for the last couple of years, which me and my brother made a cameo appearance on. I haven't seen the latest episode of Ballers. I think I've seen 3 episodes, and the show is only 30 minutes. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't know about the casting. Once again, the idea seems kind of played. You got The Rock. I don't know, man. I'm just not, even after seeing the first 3 episodes, I'm not geeked to go back and see it. Like I'm literally on pins and needles waiting for the latest episode of Power. Like the last time I felt this excited about, Empire. I guess Empire, but I was going to say The Wire. Like I remember like getting set and getting ready and popping popcorn to watch the latest episode of The Wire. After The Wire, Empire, I was real excited to see Empire. But I think I'm even more excited to see Power, the latest episode of that. Just phenomenal. Great episode this weekend. Tree, what did you think about this weekend's episode of Power?
I don't know. I think maybe because I can't figure it out. I think that's more irritating me a little bit. And then I have a issue with, and maybe because we haven't really talked about this, I believe that Tasha's love scenes are not cared for in the way that Ghost and Angela's are. And I have an issue with that. Her love scenes look like 2 kids trying to sneak out after prom.
So wait a minute, what you're saying?
Last week.
Wait a minute. So what you're saying is that Ghost and Angela's scenes are more classy.
Yes.
And Tasha and Ghost Driver, or Tasha and whoever it is, because she always get naked.
What is it?
She always get naked. They're raunchy. Right. They're more raunchy. Is that what you're saying?
It's tacky, yeah. And it's just like she is
it.
A beautiful woman, and I don't know. I couldn't believe she took that man in their bedroom.
You feeling some type of way? Oh yeah, that would
she done
definitely
lost her mind now.
Right, that would definitely get you killed. What happened last night?
I was like, what?
When
world?
When Ghost,
come on, Tasha.
When Ghost finds out that she took that dude in their bedroom on their bed, he's gonna die. He's definitely gonna die. He might have to kill her too. I think so. I think he's gonna kill her too when he finds that out.
Which is such a crazy double standard that men have, because that's the other piece. How dare he? I mean, I am not a supporter of eye for an eye. I don't get down like that. But
Tree, she took it to the next level of taking this dude, one of Ghost's workers, who's supposed to be a friend of Ghost. She takes this dude in their bedroom on their bed. That's ultimate.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then I would love to know what kind of phone he has. Did you see that part where he was like, who you calling? Who you talking to?
Yeah.
And this ninja took his finger and went down, side, up, down, and then everything was gone.
Right. That was too much to believe.
What kind of phone is that?
Yeah, but great episode of Power, man. Thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to all of the Stewies in the chat room. When we get back from the break, man, more of your chat. We'll talk briefly about the Atlanta Falcons preseason report. Quickly about the Boise State Broncos. We'll talk about Lesean McCoy. I'll get more into your chat. And maybe I'll even sing coming back from the break, man. Or I'll replay one of my classic renditions of another classic. Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life. Tree has been begging me to hear it. She wasn't here last week, so I'll play it when we get back from the break, all right? Sports Talk. You're welcome, Tree. Sports Talk, Guy Talk with Hot Sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Shouts out to all of the Stewies. I really do appreciate it, man. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. And make sure that you tell at least one person about the Doug Stewart Show, man. I mean, that's very important. We're always trying to grow the show. We have new listeners every day. There isn't a day that passes by where we don't have more listeners that day than the day before, and so on and so on. But remember, this is a grassroots effort. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary, over 200,000 listens, close to 8,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show. It's going tremendous. You got a couple sponsors, advertisers, man. But give the gift of the Doug Stewart Show. That's what I would tell you, is give the gift of the Doug Stewart Show. Speaking of which, man, today's money solution for everyone. Do you need more money? They have your answer. Get money for whatever you need, bills, business, charity, education, or any personal need. This is not a loan. You do not incur any debt, and there's no repayment necessary. I know. It's more to the story, though. So for information, visit the website 5565123.com. Once again, that's 5565123.com. That's a very unique website, only numbers. www.5565123.com, and make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All of the details right there. All right, so we're going to periodically, mostly every day, talk about a college football team and an NFL team in preparation for the football season at hand, and it is right around the corner. I mentioned it earlier. We're 40 days out from the start of the NFL season. Praise God. Praise God. So what I'm going to do is talk about the top 25 college football teams per the ranking that I'm looking at, and also every team in the NFL. So today we'll briefly talk a little bit about number 25 on my list of college football teams. That's Boise State, the Broncos, winner last year of the Mountain West Conference once again. 12-2 record last year. 4-1 against Mountain West teams. And the question in talking about Boise State is not the fact that they're probably not, going to win this conference, because they seemingly have done that every year for the last 12, 13, 14 years. The question is, will they be able to even make that next step and make the Final Four, which everybody's talking now about, a Final 8 in college football for the playoff. They're returning 16 starters, 8 starters back on each side of the ball, so they're, coming back with a lot of experience. The Broncos beat Arizona in the Fiesta Bowl in December, reaching 12 wins for the 6th time since 2006. So there's always lofty expectations for Boise State and the Broncos, that blue field. Whenever I think about Boise State, this is one of the most wrong times that I've ever been. Is I think back in the mid-2000s, they played in that, the Fiesta Bowl? I think it was the Fiesta Bowl, and they had that game where they ran the Statue of Liberty play on Oklahoma, and that was really probably the biggest win in that program's history. They went on to win the Fiesta Bowl, but just a fantastic program, man. Got to give them a lot of credit. Me and my brother used to get into these debates about, the hierarchy of college football, and my thing is there's always the same 5-10 teams that are vying for a national championship, and my brother loves the little guy aspect in Boise State and kind of knocking off Goliath and them being the David. And so Boise State, high expectations. They are the 25th ranked team coming into college football this year. And so we'll see if they're able to make even more noise on the scene. And also in the NFL, man, quickly, the Atlanta Falcons. I thought it would be good, and this is no particular order that I'm going to do the professional teams. No particular order. I just thought it'd be cool to start with the Atlanta Falcons. Second bad year in a row, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Second bad year in a row. They go 6-10 last year. They come in third in the NFC South, which was a horrible, horrible division, probably the worst division, one of the top 1 or 2 worst divisions in football history. And talking about the NFL South, Carolina went to the playoffs with their mediocre record. But the Falcons, man, a lot of questions surrounding the Atlanta Falcons. Will Matt Ryan get any help? Julio Jones, coming to the end of his career, or not Julio Jones, Roddy White coming to the end of his career. Julio Jones, can he stay healthy? Those are some of the things you talk about with the Atlanta Falcons. Will the Falcons have a running game? They drafted the kid out of Indiana this year as well. Devontae Freeman's coming back. Anton Smith coming back from an injury as well. Will they be able to run the football? I never thought in my life that I'd be so happy or miss the Michael Turner, the running back for the Atlanta Falcons for many, many years. I never thought in a million years I'd be, missing Michael Turner. But the Falcons haven't had any real semblance of a running game since he's been gone. Once again, they draft Tevin Coleman from Indiana. Then you've got Devontae Freeman as well. So can they get the running game back, up to snuff to help Matt Ryan on the offensive side of the board? Who's going to step up as far as a tight end for the Falcons? Really hadn't had anybody replace Tony Gonzalez since he retired. They've got Jacob Tamme, who was Peyton Manning's target, a big target for Peyton Manning for many, many years there in Indiana. They've got Tony Mawecki as well, Mickey Schuler. So who's going to step into that role and be a pass-catching tight end for the Atlanta Falcons? The offensive line, which has always been a problem over the last couple of years, can Jake Matthews make that progression and become one of those all-pro type offensive tackles like his daddy and his uncles have been for many, many years in the NFL? They get rid of Sam Baker. You're talking about stability and being able to protect Matt Ryan at the offense, at the quarterback position on the offense. Once again, Roddy White, how much left does he have in the tank? I'm trying to get Roddy on the show. He's a homeboy from the low country of South Carolina. Roddy, no doubt, the best receiver in Atlanta Falcons history, but he has been kind of slowed with nagging hamstring type issues over the last couple of years, the type of injuries that you see on guys that are getting to the end of their career once again. And can Julio stay healthy? Can Julio progress? Julio Jones, the wide receiver on the other side of Roddy White, can he progress and be one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4 receivers in the game, which a lot of people think that he has the talent and the ability to do? And also, I guess the biggest question mark coming into the season about the Atlanta Falcons is, will they be able to get any type of pass rush? They drafted Vic Beasley, which I think was just tremendous, a tremendous draft choice for the Falcons. They also signed Justin Durant. They also signed Adrian Claiborne, that played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for many years. He was highly heralded coming out of college at Iowa. Really hadn't lived up to the billing, but maybe, a second chance here in Atlanta. He'll come out of his shell and become the dominant pass rusher many people thought that he was. If the Falcons, you got to get some type of pass rush. You have to get some type of pass rush in the NFL, man. The Falcons just hadn't had any pass rush. Really hadn't had any good defense on the whole, on whole, as well as no running. You got to shore up all of the basic things. Obviously, new head coach Dan Quinn coming in, bringing a different philosophy, that attacking style defense that they played for so many years in Seattle and had great success. I'm hoping the Falcons, man, can get this thing back on the right track. I'm going to say it right now, man. I'm predicting the Falcons to have an 8-8 season. I'm going to say 8-8 and hope for more. 6-10 last year. I believe they were maybe even 5-11 the year before. So 2 tough years for the Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully this is the year they can turn around. I'm predicting the Falcons with an 8-8 season this year in the league. Yes, sir. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. What are your thoughts? And we'll talk more Falcons the closer we get to the season. But we are going to systematically talk about each and every team in the NFL. But there you have it today, your Atlanta Falcons. Shouts out to all of the ATL people. Now you're listening to me worldwide, but the show is based here in Atlanta, if you didn't know. The show is based here in Atlanta. But once again, we have listeners all over the country, worldwide, fans of the Two Live Stews, fan of the Doug Stewart Show, fan of my singing in particular as well, which when we get back from the break, I'll definitely play my rendition of Lady in My Life that I sung last week. I'll replay that coming back from the break for people that missed it. And I also play it specifically so Tree can hear it. She's been begging me to play it, so I'll play that when we get back in the next segment. Real excited, man. My first concert, paid gig. Very excited this weekend, man. Yes, sir. So I'll tell you more about that the closer we get to the end of the week. Show will be taped Thursday and Friday. You'll hear a taped episode of the Doug Stewart Show because my daughter has her national track meet this weekend, so we're going out of town Wednesday after the show. Hopefully she brings back the gold. I'll tell you about that on Monday as well. So a real packed weekend for your boy this weekend. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show coming back. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. I love this. I'm going to do this Michael Jackson for you on this Friday, man. I love this. Yes, sir. I'm going to sit back and get listen mic mode. I might even sing along with y'all. Off the tape. There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, our love will shine. Yes, sir. Lighting the light. This is great. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Yes, sir. Now is the time. That boy is talented. Girl, you're every wonder in this world to me. Yes, sir. That boy is so talented. Her treasured time won't steal away. No, sir. Don't steal it away. So listen to my heart. Lay your body close to mine. Yes, sir. Let me fill you with my dreams. I can make you feel alright. Alright, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Gonna love you more each day. Oh, y'all want me to let it keep playing? So okay. I promise you tonight that you will always be the lady in my life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lay back in my tenderness. Let's make this a night we won't forget. Girl, I need your sweet caress. That boy is a genius. Reach out to a fantasy. A musical genius. Two hearts in the beat of ecstasy. Woo. All right, let's get back to the show. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, man. That will keep you warm. That boy is some type of musical genius, if I must say so myself. I mean, not just because that's me. I mean, because it's real. All right, it's real. Oh my gosh, that was Michael Jackson, "Lady in My Life" from last week, Friday. Man, I took everybody out on a positive note on a Friday afternoon. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And so people asked me to play it again. I played it for Tree. I see Tree right now giving me 2 thumbs up, shaking her head up and down like, man, you're great. You've come a long way. Thank you, Tree. Thank you very much. What was that? You're giving more consideration to the duet? Tree, jump on the microphone for a second here. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So I see you holding 2 thumbs up. And you're saying something about a duet. You're going to give that more consideration now? Or what? What's the deal?
Where are your glasses today?
I'm sorry?
Your glasses. Do you ever plan on wearing them?
What do my glasses have to do with us performing a duet together?
You keep saying
never mind, Tree. Never mind. I mean,
very good.
And you're
my mama said if you don't have
You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I ain't trying to hear all that. Like Country Wayne said, get going. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I'm going to read more of your chat here, man. Thank you so much for your chat. I really do appreciate that. From Bruh McDowell, he says, I remember when, I'm not going to even say the name of the station, that station changed the Stew's format to the roundtable crap the week right after their grandmother passed. Wow, that's right. You do remember that, man. That was crazy. JB Jennings, y'all kept the professional. Props to y'all. We tried to, man. That ninja, why you being so damn nice? F them snitches. Say the names. I can't really get into details contractually about, all the particulars like I did, like I talked about in the last segment or a couple of segments ago about my former job. That ninja, or from Sluggo, don't empty your desk. We'll send it to you. Uncle Mike, they changed the Two Live Shoes theme song to the Wayans Brothers intro. Yeah. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Yeah. Damn near did. CD Whistleblower says, rest in peace, Bobby. Well, shouts out to you, CD Whistleblower. Hadn't seen you in a while. In the chat, from Grego, when they give you the box, it's over. Vince Wright says, amazing that no other station has signed up with Stews. Truly un-American. Yeah, my brothers are tired. But we still, got some things that we're doing individually. Obviously, I'm doing this show, and I couldn't be more pleased with the success of this show. I couldn't be happier if we had a bigger audience and more people knew about it, but that takes time. But we are doing fantastic on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Coming up on a year anniversary. The year anniversary will be September 22nd. Kids still eating, still got a roof over our head. We're still able to go to the doctor. We got some health insurance through my wife. So we're blessed, man, and highly favored. Trust me, we are blessed and highly favored. From Clay Davis's Sheed advisor. He said the name of the station told Doug and Ryan to bring the playbook to the office. That's exactly what they did. From Gary Joyner, Red Zone Show Sucked. That was the name of the show that they renamed us in midstream. With all the success that we had over a decade and continue to have at that point, still had the best ratings in the city of any show. And that's bona fide and verified. And all of that went down. Very disheartening. From JB Jennings, the whole name of the damn show changed. I kept listening, though, just to support my folk. JB Jennings, yes, I remember that ish. Show turned so lame. From Drew A. Colin got in trouble for being too specific. He said from economically challenged countries, nobody would be mad. It's like saying I like 12-year-olds instead of I like children. Yeah. From Chico the Alpha, Laugh Out Loud, Doug, too militant for the Puppet Factory. From JB Jennings, they should replace Colin as with Doug Stewart. That probably won't happen. I mean, I haven't received a phone call yet, but it's their loss. It's their loss. from Mitchell. Doug, I know the two live studios on the other station when the music changed and they brought on another co-host, which ruined the chemistry. Next thing I know, I hear y'all ninjas on TJMS laugh out loud. We were doing Tom Joyner before the whole thing went down when we got shown the door at the other job. We did Tom Joyner once a week, and I still do Tom now, basically on the muscle, because we folk like that every once in a while. He'll have me come on to talk a little bit whatever's going on in sports or whatever at that time. But we did Tom Joyner as the Stews for over 2 years, once a week, where we went on and talked about whatever sports stories were going on at that time, that day. From Juan Cruz, it says, Ball Award to A-Rod for hitting 3 home runs on Saturday. Yes, sir. A-Rod, man. What are the chances A-Rod not on something right now? What are the chances that he's clean at 40 years old? You know, I don't want to cast aspersions, but, I mean, damn, A-Rod is balling out of control. From Stringer, for real, Doug, what happened to Shaggy? Shaggy was, we talked about Shaggy. Did we talk about Shaggy and how he left before us? Shaggy was one of the first people shown the door at the station that we were at. Once again, the most of that stuff was cost cutting. The bottom line, they were trying to save money. From Stringer, for real, Doug, what happened to Shaggy? From Matt, laugh out loud. Remember they couldn't play rap instrumentals no more? Yeah, that's a true story. That's a true story. One day they pulled us in the office and was like, hey, this music you guys play. This music that you guys play on your show. What do you think about diversifying it a little bit? And that was probably the earliest time that me and my brother looked at each other. That was at the very beginning. Me and my brother looked at each other and was like, oh, hell, it is a R.A.P. Even the kids booing. Oh, we got a little summer school session here today of kids checking out the Doug Stewart Show. I didn't tell y'all that earlier. Yeah, with a serious face. I thought it was a joke. I thought he was going to, man, we just joke with y'all. No, with a serious face. This music you guys are playing, can we tweak that a little bit? No lie. It'll be in the book. Trust me. From Jungle Brother, 2 live stews off air like James Evans off of Good Times. Yeah. Very, very comparable. When they abruptly ran James off of Good Times, got killed in a car accident back home in Mississippi, working on the pipeline, and they just killed his ass off, and Florida was just shocked and amazed. They was having a welcome home party for him. And they got a damn telegram saying that James Evans died. It was kind of comparable, man, to what happened to the Stews. From Chico the Alpha, Doug, you have to sing a Whitney song today out of respect to her daughter is only right. Man, I'm not prepared to sing a Whitney song. I haven't ventured off into singing women's selections. Maybe at some point I will. The Brother Beloved, I tried to get a leave of absence in 97 and 6 months. They were bought by one company. In a year of that purchase, the new company shut down, closed doors, no longer exists. I guess he's talking about his getting fired experience. From Uncle Mike, the irony is that they always said Bobby was the bad influence when it was the other way around. Sad. Yeah, that's coming out talking about Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's relationship. From Grego, another great episode of Power. Chico the Alpha, 50 Cent's son tore Tasha ass up in the shower. That punk ass driving Miss Daisy Ninja stay winning. Yeah, he stay winning. In Ghost Driver, what's his name on the show?
I can't stand him. We can't really remember his name because he's so Eeyore-ish.
Yeah.
You know Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh?
Right.
I think his name is Sean.
Right, that's his name on the show, Sean.
Okay.
Now, he's not a great actor. I mean, clearly he's not a great actor. It's almost like he's somebody's cousin for real. Like, he plays 50 Cent's son on the show. But it's almost like he got that gig because he knows somebody. And, you know, maybe he's a young actor, and maybe he's well-established, and maybe he's going to be a big actor down the road. But this ninja, nobody knows who he is. I've never seen him on anything else. This man has had 3 or 4 sex scenes with Lala and Tasha. Who does that?
Wait,
Who
happened to Lala? They just
Lala
she just disappeared.
That's something else too. Me and my wife talked about last night. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Lala and 50 Cent just disappeared the last 2 episodes. 50 Cent hadn't been on the last 2 episodes. You know? And I don't know whether he's in hiding or something. I can't remember the storyline on the last time he was on and why maybe he left the show or hadn't been seen on the last 2 episodes. But yeah, they just gone. They just gone. I watched last night, what's the name of the show? Ray Donovan. Do you watch Ray Donovan Tree?
Is that the bald guy that was on Star Trek?
No.
I know what you're talking about. The Wolverine.
Yeah, the guy that played Wolverine. I can't remember his real name, but that's a real good show as well. So you never watched that show?
No.
Okay, you need to. I mean, it's a good show. I mean, there's a lot of great shows that I can tell you to go back and watch. You've never seen Dexter, right? Right, Tree? You've never seen Dexter, right? Off Showtime, right?
I can't watch that. I tried to. I watched a couple of episodes. It's too much for my spirit.
Phenomenal show. Phenomenal. Yes, sir. Hey, man, damn it. It's the last segment of the show, man. The Doug Stewart Show, the realest, the trillest, most unfiltered, most fun guy talk show in America. And in the world, really. Cats listen to us over in Istanbul, Iceland, Japan, Madrid, Nigeria, the motherland, Sierra Leone. They listen to us all over the world on the Doug Stewart Show. So, yeah. When we get back from the break, man, we'll end today's episode. I'll read more of your chat and quickly talk to you about Lesean McCoy. He kind of speaks from the little controversial story that was out last week. Don't go away, man. This is your show, the People Show, the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Happy Monday to you. Man Talk Monday on the Doug Stewart Show. So, y'all remember last week, I guess the Buffalo Bills scolded Shady McCoy because he put out a follow-up tweet. And if you don't remember the story from last week, he posted on his Twitter account a flyer where he was inviting ladies to a party he was having only. And the ninja used the Buffalo Bills trademark logo, which was probably the worst thing out of the whole thing. But he took some heat. And I don't know why, when you really think about it, I don't know why he would take heat for, in any regard on inviting women only to his party. It's his damn party. So I guess in effect he came out with a rebuttal on his social media platforms. He says, since the media and internet took my before camp party out of context, I had to switch up my party strategy. So tonight I'll be inviting everyone to my back to business party, featuring DJ Donald Trump on the ones and twos. Oh, he's got a little funny character to himself too. Special invited guests Rex Ryan, Chip Kelly, and Roger Goodell. You know about the beef between the supposed beef between him and Chip Kelly. My man Barack, Oprah, Carly Lloyd, and even that terrible waiter with the awful service from the burger joint is invited as well. You remember he had the little thing where he only tipped the waiter like 2 cents, and they were scandalizing his name in the media. Don't bring your ID because there won't be any alcohol anyway. Open smoothie bar all night, though. Don't worry about the confidentiality agreement. No, only are ladies invited. I guess he meant not. He actually has no. Not only are ladies invited, but everyone is invited except Hulk Hogan. He can't come. Maybe even Meek Mill and Drake will hit the stage together. Turn up. Time to party. Hashtag Shady Invite. Hashtag DJ Donald. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Hashtag Smoothie Bar. So he's having a little fun with it, man. But I don't even get the whole quote-unquote controversy from it last week. It's his damn party. He can invite whoever the hell he wants. Outside of them posting the Bills logo on the flyer, he should have known better than that. You know you can't do that. That's trademark material, bruh. But it's his damn party. He got a pocket full of money. Flashy. Kind of like Floyd Mayweather. He is young and flashy. I'll invite whoever the hell I want to invite. Nothing hard legs up in here. He probably got his teammates there, whatever already. Those the dudes. We ain't trying to get y'all laid. No. And this is the Doug Stewart Show. From Uncle Mike, the irony is, from Grego, another great episode of Power. I think I already read that one. From Stringer, they brought that Holly chick back too soon. Damn, she just left last episode. I thought she was gone. I knew she wasn't gone forever, but I did think she would be gone for more episodes than one. Darn, Tasha is a beast. Tasha is a G. Tasha, the real dude on the show, the real Mickey Ficky. Chico the Alpha says, my wife don't think 50 Cent's son is attractive, but the way she bites her bottom lip at Ghost worries me. Yeah, man. I'll be sneaking over, catching a peek at my wife, too. And she's a fan of that dude Ghost, too. I don't like that.
Standards.
Whatever.
5'4".
Yeah, he's a little dude now. He is
little
a little
man.
dude. Right. He is a little dude. My wife don't like little dude. My wife quasi be trying to, throw shade on me. And I'm 5'10" and a half. She be trying to throw shade on me. My wife's brothers are real tall. One of them played college basketball. He's like 6'6", and the other brother is like 6'4". He ran track in college, so they're athletes, and so they tall and everything. So they always lightweight, making short jokes around. I don't play that. I don't care if she is your sister. From Uncle Mike, Doug, are the promoters paying for your travel? Yes, they are paying for my travel. I mentioned earlier, if you're just joining me on the Doug Stewart Show, I'm performing this weekend for the first time in concert in Bug Tussle, Tennessee, and at a place called the Possum Trap. And no, it's no setup or anything like that. I'm going to have security, and the contract is ironclad. We're going to be fine. There's no, they're not trying to catch a ninja or nothing like that. And I'll tell you all about it on Monday. From the brother beloved, Doug about to hustle and bug tussle. That's right. 9 on the Rhino. Please release the tour dates. That's the next thing me and my management are working on is a tour date. Specific towns, tour dates, specific towns which we're going to take this thing on tour. The singing or exploits of Doug Stewart. That's what we're going to do. I'll keep you up to date on it. Trust me. From Dollars and Cents, just Googled. No such place exists. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. It's a very small town. It only has one light. And as a matter of fact, I think it's actually a municipality as opposed to a town. From Vince Wright, The Possum Trap, WTF. From Kim Jane, Sang, Doug, Sang. See, Kim Jane definitely is a fan of my singing. From Let Me, Bug Tussle. Yeah, I mean, it's an up-and-coming town. Togo, Uganda. He says, is Tree trying to support or join you on stage? I think Tree is actually coming around now to joining me on stage. I think she's actually coming around, especially after hearing my rendition of Lady in My Life by Michael Jackson, the great Michael Jackson. I think she's actually coming around. You're coming around, Tree, right, to the idea of me and you performing a duet together, right? You're coming around, right?
I told you there's other people that I have to talk to.
Okay,
first.
okay, good. That's a much better answer than you've been giving over the last couple of weeks. We're getting somewhere, So thank you very much, Tree. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So, yeah, I'll tell you more about that on Monday. But we got a couple days left before the last live show of the week. But, yes, Wednesday's the last live show. A taped edition of the Doug Stewart Show on Thursday and Friday. My daughter's performing or competing this weekend in a national track meet. And I have to get back because Sunday I am performing live for the first time ever in concert. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, sir. I'm performing live, baby. Yes, sir. Maybe I'll try to bring back some of the audio from this weekend's performance and share it with you. You're welcome. I'm very excited, though, man. Big weekend for your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. And personally and professionally, it's a big weekend for your boy, man. Shouts out to everybody out there that requests song for me. All of the Stewies. Thank you. You're welcome. Shouts out to the Tree of Life coming around on us performing together. Thank you, Tree. Without no you, there'd be no me. Shouts out to Waterhead Walter. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri, my engineers. Thank y'all guys, man. Thank you. And once again, special shout out to all of the Stewies, man. I nub new. All right, so I'm leaving here and heading to another studio to meet my singing instructor. And just work on some things. I mean, this is a big weekend professionally for me once again. And so I got to get it right, I got to get it right. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time. Same Doug Stewart channel. Pre-show Periscope. Follow your boy on Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All at the Doug Stewart Show. That's what's up. And tell one person about the show, all right? Tell one person. See you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace.